If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. 50 Cent posted on his Instagram. These guys are squatters. They owe $250,000 for the space they are filming their podcast. These bums are trying to win Best Dressed Award and can't pay their bills. What he's talking about is the Let's Rap podcast, which is a fairly new podcast by Fabulous, Jim Jones, Maino, and Dave East. All four rappers out of New York. And the reason why he made this post is because they criticized his documentary on Diddy. And they didn't think that, nobody would peep what they was doing. But 50 Cent peeped it, and then that's why he started to go in on them. Check it out.
To create a documentary about you without your approval, how would you feel if it happened to you?
It's like
definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty.
Right. It's like somebody putting out your sex tape.
Yeah, if you want to make, yeah, exactly.
It's like
without your permission,
and you're not an actual porno star.
And they doing
the lighting wasn't good or nothing.
Yeah, they're trying to make you just look bad.
What?
Oh, they caught me on a bad day.
Right.
I wasn't even on my shit. This thing caught a weak one. Damn.
You see that the lighting is dark?
Damn.
You see that the fucking lighting is dark?
Got me looking small
you still
out
put
here.
this on the internet?
Word up.
But I would feel.
I ain't gonna front. I think if
somebody doing a documentary about you wanted to be a dope documentary.
It gotta be dope.
Showing who you are, what you've done,
Put out no bullshit
everything you've
on me.
accomplished. Like, yeah, documentary is a big thing. Like, you don't want nobody doing a documentary about some trying to just make your whole character look weak. Like, that's petty behavior.
And I want to know the company that did it so we can talk, you know what I mean? Because if it's on me, I need, you know what I mean?
I don't understand why that's legal to do though. I don't think without anybody, if you're doing a documentary, if I'm doing a documentary on you, why wouldn't you want the person involved to interact?
It's not really a documentary, it's more like a mockumentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It seems like when you don't use the person, it's more like you're against them. Anyway,
right.
So
when you're
that's
doing
why I
shit
don't
like
think
that,
it should be.
How can it even be called a documentary?
You can do something with it.
Like, why is it called a documentary when it's not?
Google.
So do you think that it's wrong or not?
I think it's wrong. I'm not with it either. I think that.
I'm not with it.
Do we all agree that it's wrong? Thumbs down for that.
I don't want nobody putting out my sex tape.
You're right.
I mean, if they slandering you or they violating, I think it's wrong.
After 50 Cent did that first Instagram post, Maino responded. Meet Killer Curly, ladies and gentlemen. He helped me get my record deal before, so I'ma always be grateful. So it's gonna hurt me to drag this nigga to hell. Fuck is the problem, Curtis? What has your G-Unit, G-string in a bunch, nigga? Is it the bitch or the diabetes? But let's rap about it. Now, I gotta say this right here. I understand, when people be beefing and stuff like that. But, even if I don't know if 50 Cent got diabetes, but even if he do and even if he don't, that's like a real low blow. And the reason why I say that's a real low blow, because there's a lot of people dealing with diabetes. And that's a serious disease. You understand? People die from diabetes, But I guess it's hands off, it's gloves off, when you beefing with somebody. But at the same time, I would have thought in my mind, being that Maino is damn near, or if I think Maino is 50 years old, that he would have some type of consideration. Because I'm sure millions, if not hundreds of thousands of his supporters may be suffering from diabetes. Probably even somebody in his family. But hey, I guess everything is fair in war. Now, after Maino did this post, this what 50 Cent said. Now check this out. 50 Cent posted on his Instagram. I didn't have this on my list of things to do, but if you insist, I'll make time. I'm working on buying the space where you film and 50% of your podcast. I don't cap. cold-blooded demonstration. I mean, really, like, I don't understand it. And the reason why I don't understand it is because of this right here. Like, these brothers are sitting up here talking about 50 Cent's documentary on P. Diddy. And they are trying their best not to diss 50 Cent directly, but you know what they call like dry snitching? They dry dissing. You see what I'm saying? And what I mean by they dry dissing is because they trying to say basically that 50 shouldn't have made the documentary about P. Diddy. And the cold-blooded part about all this is this right here, y'all. How could you criticize 50 Cent for making a documentary on P. Diddy, but you ain't said nothing wrong about P. Diddy? You ain't criticizing P. Diddy, but you criticizing the brother that is exposing P. Diddy. What that tells me is this right here, y'all. They must be P. Diddy. The demonstrations that P. Diddy was laying down, they must got some of that in their history or something. They must got some of that in their background or something. Because there's no way, like, look, check it out. If they was criticizing 50 Cent for saying, hey, why he do this? And then if they was criticizing P. Diddy and saying, you know, he was bogus for doing that, then I'd have been like, all right, cool. But for what I done seen, it's all about 50. Y'all dry dissing. And 50 got a hold of it. And he ain't no fool, just like any other man in his right mind is not no fool. Now, listen, check this out, y'all. For the life of me, right? I cannot understand how could a full-grown man defend somebody like P. Diddy when there is irrefutable evidence of his domestic abuse and the way that he mishandled and took advantage of women sexually. Listen, these women got on the stand and testified to this. They testified to the abuse. They testified to him taking advantage of them sexually. And what I mean by that is, you know, making them do things that they didn't want to do. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong, y'all. If these girls was, you know, participating in that type of stuff, hey, they dumb as hell too. You see how that worked? I'm not only criticizing Diddy, I'm criticizing the women too, because they should have had enough. They should have had enough understanding to say, hey, look, you know what? No, I mean, I love you, but I don't love you that much. I ain't finna let you disrespect me like that. So they dumb too. But for the simple fact that we got full-grown men. Like, look. I mean, did y'all not see the videotape of him beating Cassie like that? Come on now. We all seen that with our own two eyes. We seen him beat Cassie down, stomp her, kick her, throw her to the ground. Now we got to understand, like when a man do something like that, that's not his first time doing that. That right there, what he did, that's regular programming for him. And when that other woman got on the stand, she said that. Multiple women got on the stand and said that. Multiple women got on the stand and said that he took advantage of them, made them do things that they didn't want to do. Now, one thing that I can say, these brothers is probably, or just some of the brothers that defend P. Diddy is probably detached from the situation because they don't know how to empathize. You see, like when I see that type of stuff happening to them women, when them women getting on the stand talking about P. Diddy like that, I just empathize with the women. I empathize with people. You see? And what I mean by empathizing, I'm not putting myself in the situation, but I can understand the situation. I come from the hood. I done seen women, I'm talking about beat down, dirty, dogged. And I couldn't understand, like, why she still with this dude? Dude always black in her eye. Dude done knocked out her teeth. Why she still with him? You see? Now, for the simple fact that she's still with him, she dumb. Look, stupid. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, she don't get away neither. She dumb, she's stupid. But at the same time, that doesn't give a man the authorization to abuse a woman because of the woman that he's with is dumb and stupid. You see? That doesn't give a man the authorization to manipulate a woman sexually, financially, or any type of other way, materially, just because this woman right here is dumb. You see? That right there is a predator. Yeah, that's what we call them. That's a predator. Anybody that would do something like that, that would just take advantage of a woman or just take advantage of anybody, is a predator. And a lot of us don't understand this unless we probably been took advantage of. You see? So some women, I know some of y'all in the comments. Where y'all done been in situations where somebody done put their hands on you. And you was so scared that you stayed with them, or you was dumb at that hour. You see? You was dumb at that hour. This man right here abusing you mentally, materially, physically, financially, and you stayed there in your stupidity though. But once you got some sense about yourself and some courage and some power, you got up out of there. You see? You got up out of there. And the reason why I despise this type of stuff is because, man, look, y'all. We are the men. We are supposed to protect the women. You see? We are not supposed to use our power and our authority to manipulate the relationship. That's abuse. Did you just hear what I said? That is abuse when we do stuff like that. We understand that the woman is weaker than us. We understand that. Come on, we ain't gonna play dumb, right? But at the same time, when a woman get her feet up under her, man, she powerful. I'm talking about, man, undefeated, powerful. But when they in that stupor, man, you can do all type of stuff to them. And I don't like that. And probably one of the reasons why I don't like it is because I got 2 daughters. And I know what I would do if somebody was doing my daughters like that. It ain't nothing to talk about. You see what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be discussed. The decision has already been made soon as you put your hands on my daughter. You made that decision, not me. So when I bring it to you, there's nothing to be discussed. You see? Look, let me ask y'all something. The men in the audience. I want you to imagine, for those of you who got daughters, your daughter coming to you, explaining to you that this man that she's in love with is manipulating her sexually, financially, physically, and materially. He's beating on her. He got her doing things that she really don't want to do. Sexually. Taking advantage of her. You see? And you get to see this with your own 2 eyes. You see him kicking your daughter, beating her, stomping her, busting her nose, busting her lips. Come on, man, y'all. Come on, man. And if you saying, hey, look, that's on her, you a coward. Yeah, you a coward. Because your daughter's supposed to run to you for protection. She's supposed to run to you for protection. Now, if you like, look, I don't want to get involved because I might end up killing this person. I'm going to call the police. We're going to call the police. Then, okay, do something. Don't protect the predator. If your daughter came at you explaining to you and confessing to you what this man is doing to her, and you look at her and tell her, well, you know, baby, what did you do? You got to take some responsibility now. You know, what you do? Why you make that man mad like that? You see what I'm saying? And don't criticize him, but you criticizing her now. You done turned the whole thing around. Nah, baby, you had to do something. Now, men just don't act like that. You did something to make that man treat you like that. Come on, man. What kind of men are we if we demonstrate like that? So when I see brothers defending the behavior, I'm talking about the bizarre, disgusting behavior of P. Diddy. I gotta question you. I gotta question you. Now look, all the sex stuff that he was doing and all that old type, if he freaky like that, he freaky like that, right? I have no problem with somebody doing whatever they want to do in their bedroom. It's the manipulation that I don't agree with. It's the abuse that I don't agree with. And in this case, the P. Diddy case, and in the documentary, look, you seeing the abuse and the manipulation. And look, let's just be real about the trial and all that Diddy went through. Listen, if Diddy was such a good person, right? If Diddy was an outstanding member to his society, the hip hop culture and all that, doing good business with peoples and all that, explain to me one thing. How come not one person came to his defense? Not one. I'm talking about all the artists that he has or that he had on his label. Total, 112, all the ones that are living, Mase, you know what I'm saying? How come not one of them came to his defense? Look, I'm going to give it to you like this here. I'm going to put y'all in the seat. To the hood educated residents and guests, let's say that you had a friend of yours that caught a bad case, right? He had some women lying on him saying that he was taking advantage of them and he was, sexually manipulating them and he was materially and financially manipulating them and stuff like that. Let's just say that you had a good friend that you knew that had some women saying some stuff like that about him. This is your good friend. You know him or her. Would you get on the stand and testify to their greatness? Or would you just sit back in the weeds and just be like, man, I ain't finna get involved in that. I ain't finna say nothing. If this is your good friend, you're gonna come to their defense. Whether it's a business partner or whatever, if this is a good person, you're gonna come to their defense and say, hey, hold on, no, wait a minute. He ain't like that. This how he is. He a good dude or she a good girl, this, that, and the other. You're gonna come to your friend's defense. Nobody came to his defense. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Jay-Z ain't coming to his defense. Nobody. That should tell you what type of person that we dealing with here. You see what I'm saying? That should tell you. But I think I got it though. I think I understand why they was going in on 50 Cent and not on Diddy. And here's one of the reasons why. Check it out.
Tina New this morning, rapper Fabulous is now facing 4 felony charges for an alleged attack on his girlfriend at their New Jersey home. A grand jury indicted the rapper, whose real name is John Jackson, for the March 28th attack in Englewood. He's accused of hitting the mother of his 2 children, Emily B., several times, knocking out both of her front teeth. He also reportedly threatened her with a pair of scissors and threatened to kill her relatives.
Yeah. This boy right here got some Diddy in him. He done beat this girl so bad, he done knocked out both of her teeth. Pulled out some scissors and threatened to kill her family members. Hey, ain't that Diddy? Ain't that what Diddy was doing? But nah, she lying, man. She lying. We ain't gonna. Women lie all the time, man. We ain't gonna believe that, man. She lying, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make her the enemy. We gonna make her the bad person. And Fab, since we like his rap songs and stuff like that, man, we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got that Diddyism. You see, he ain't like that. Even though the news reported the man got locked up, he been charged and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that Diddyism in him. He ain't got that in him. But what about Maino? Maino, he like to talk about all the women that he slept with. I'm talking about he did black women so bad, he had to make a song talking about he apologized. Yeah. He made a song that told I apologize because I know I done did you wrong and all this old type of stuff because he know he's a dirtbag. And not only that, he displayed some of that Diddyism right in front of our face. Check it out.
You look great.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah, Maino. Yeah, Brooklyn.
So you look on this side. Council member. She's like, I
Look straight, straight, straight.
We'll come back here. We're gonna go to the left. Go to the left.
Straight, straight.
Right over here.
You see? Come on now. Look, Kim like, man, get off me, man. He's steady putting his hand up there. She gone. She did not look comfortable at all. Look at her face. She did not look comfortable. But he kept on putting his hand on her shoulder. She like, hey, man, wait a minute. I'm not with this. But he kept doing it until it was like the third time. And then I want you to look at his face. Look at his face after that. He looking like, damn, like shit, she done dissed me. Check it out.
You look great.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah, Maino. Yeah, Brooklyn.
So you look on this side. Council member. She's like, I
This way, this way.
Look straight, straight, straight.
We'll come back here. We're gonna go to the left. Go to the left.
Straight, straight.
Right over here.
You see? That's Diddyism. Not tenderism. We talking about Diddyism. That's what that is right there. And draw off this right here. Like Jim Jones, out of all them brothers that's on that podcast thing right there, Jim Jones was speaking the most. And I see why Jim Jones probably was speaking the most, because Jim Jones, you know, he been with his woman for a long time. They done had some ups and downs, but he ain't never had no domestic, according to what I done researched. I ain't see nothing. But Dave East, oh yeah, no, he had an incident too. He got charged with battery. The woman said he hit her 5 to 6 times. He having a threesome with a woman, then gonna try to say that the woman got mad at him because he wasn't giving her no attention. She got to throwing bottles at him and all this old type of stuff, but she said, nah, that ain't how it went. He the one that got mad and then hit up 5 to 6 times. You see? So all these boys right here got some Diddyism in them, you know what I'm saying, besides Jim Jones. But at the same time, Jim Jones don't get a pass. And the reason why we don't give him a pass is because how you gonna criticize a man that's exposing a predator to our community, regardless of how much money he got or whatever? He's being exposed as a predator on numerous levels. And you don't critique him? You don't say nothing bad about him? But you want to talk about 50 Cent's documentary? Man, y'all lost. Straight up, man. Y'all boys is lost. And the reason why y'all probably lost is because y'all ain't never had a female in y'all family that went through some of that stuff that Diddy was putting those girls through. Because if you have, and if you do have a female that went through that type of stuff, and you got on there and said what you said, man, come on, man. You ain't got no empathy. You ain't got no sympathy for your family member. And your family member probably looking at you like, damn, how could you say that? You know what happened to me. What's going on? You see? The cold-blooded part about this whole demonstration is this right here, y'all. They laying up here criticizing 50 Cent for putting out a documentary exposing Diddy. But ain't nan one of them show up to Diddy trial. Yeah. Ain't nan one of them go to Diddy trial and say, wait a minute, hold on, man. Y'all ain't gonna speak like this about this brother. This is a good man. This man right here would never do nothing like that. These women is lying on this man. Ain't nan one of them went to his trial and defended him. But now that he's locked up and he ain't got all day long, he is going to be getting out. They just trying to get a couple crumbs off Diddy's table when he get out. That's all they trying to do. That's all they want to do is just when Diddy get out, they can say, hey man, you know, we was in your defense, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at us. We know you still got $400-500 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we wasn't with 50, man. No, we wasn't on that side. You know what I'm saying? We was on your side. You see? But the cold-blooded part about that is this right here. P. Diddy is a dirt dog. He's a bum. And all that ass kissing that they doing, man, he ain't gonna, look, y'all ain't gonna get no crumbs off his table because of that. Not unless y'all let him come and play with y'all, you know what I'm saying, and make some love lotion with y'all or something like that. Maybe y'all can shoot that love lotion on the girl and he can lick it off and all that. He might give y'all a couple dollars then. But if y'all ain't demonstrating like that just because y'all done chose sides, man, Diddy don't care about that. No. So all that choosing sides y'all doing done got y'all I'm talking about in a world of trouble because 50 Cent talking about, hey, listen, check this out. I'm finna buy the building. I'm finna buy 50% of y'all podcasts. 50 Cent, man, look, you don't play with that, brother. I'm about to depart, but just let me say this before I depart, y'all. For any man that is criticizing 50 Cent for exposing P. Diddy and not criticizing Diddy, you got a problem. And you suffering from Diddyism. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.